Hello, friends and family. This is Leontine Oswagwu, founder of Liberating Tamar Incorporated. Welcome to session 12 of Liberating Tamar Presents Truth Talk. Last week in session 11, we started discussing another symptom of insecurity, which is jealousy. And we define jealousy as the emotion that is related to fear that something that we have will be taken away by somebody else. And we said that nobody is immune to jealousy because jealousy has nothing to do with the person that you are jealous of, but it has everything to do with your own insecurities. We said that jealousy manifests itself in different ways. It manifests itself in gossip and slander, betrayal, a critical and judgmental spirit, a suspicious attitude, an unchristlike competition, and cruelty, where we are hateful and we are vindictive of others. We said that jealousy is also very destructive. It has the potential to not only destroy the person who is jealous, but it also has the potential to destroy others around them. We said that the way that we overcome jealousy is to first identify the root. There can be multiple roots to jealousy, and the one that we explored last week was an unhealthy focus on ourselves. It is basically a pathological need for self-preservation. We feel as though if we don't preserve our own dignity, our own reputation, our own character, and defend ourselves, no one will. That is the wrong focus. Our sole focus should be on God and His perspective, regardless of what has been done to us and regardless of how we feel about the whole situation. We should do what we need to do, what God has instructed us to do, which is to love others and allow Him to do what He's supposed to do, which is to fight for us and avenge us according to Romans 12, verse 19. In today's session, we are going to discuss another root cause of jealousy, which is the fear of abandonment. Abandonment issues are related to the intense fear of being rejected by another. Let's run through a quick test, real quick. Has someone told you that you attach yourself to others in relationships too soon and too fast? That's question number one. Do you avoid entering into relationships because of an intense fear of getting dumped? That's question number two. Do you sabotage your relationships even when things seem to be going well because you don't want to have your heart broken down the line? That's question number three. If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may have abandonment issues. And these issues could be related to the divorce of your parents in your childhood. It could be related to your own divorce or your separation from your husband. It could be related to the loss of a mate through death. It could be related to a breakup with your boyfriend. It could be related to rejection from your father or from your mother in your childhood. And these issues cause us to fear abandonment and become jealous as a result of that. You have a tendency to be controlling and to be paranoid because you don't trust very easily because you don't want to be rejected and abandoned again. There are a few things that I want to drive home from today's teaching. The first thing is that God is not like those who have abandoned you. Hebrews 13:5 tells us in the New Living Translation that God will never fail us and He will never abandon us. God says, I will never fail you. I will never tell you one thing and do another. I will never change my mind about you. You can trust me because I will never betray your trust. If I tell you I will love you till death do us part, I will love you till death do us part. If I tell you that I will take care of you and I will defend you and I will fight for you, that is exactly what I'm going to do. We need to shift our focus from those who have left us, those who have abandoned us, and focus on the one who desperately awaits for us to love on Him because He loves us and desperately awaits for us to abandon ourselves in His arms so He can really show us who we are in Him and what He has called us to do. And number two, their abandonment does not make you less worthy of acceptance. That's powerful. That is absolutely powerful. God told his people in Jeremiah 31:3, I have loved you with an everlasting love, a love that lasts forever, a love that has no beginning, and a love that has no end, a love that is without interruption. It is a love that does not have any hiccups. You know how some people are. They love you today and they cuss you out tomorrow. God is not like that. God is not emotionally conflicted. He is not dysfunctional. His love is consistent. He is emotionally stable. He does not check your historical records before deciding whether or not he's going to embrace you. God loves you regardless of how many people have rejected you or have abandoned you in your past. Other people's rejection is totally irrelevant in his eyes. His love trumps everyone else's perception of you. And the third thing I want to drive home today is fear and jealousy will never keep you married, it will never keep you engaged, and it will never improve your relationships. Listen, you and I cannot control other people. The Bible makes no mention of God's intention for us to control others. The only person that the Bible instructs us to control is ourselves. And Romans 12:1 tells us to offer our body as a living sacrifice. 1 Corinthians 9:27 tells us to discipline our body and keep it under control. Galatians 5:24 tells us that those who belong to Christ have crucified the flesh with its desires and its passions. And Psalms 34:13 instructs us to keep our tongue from evil and our lips from speaking deceit. So let me tell you something. The only body that you can offer up is your body. The only body that God instructs you to discipline is your body. The only flesh that we are instructed to crucify is our flesh. The only tongue that we are instructed to keep from speaking evil is our tongue. Jealousy that is rooted in the fear of abandonment is control. Control is witchcraft. And according to the Bible, Christians are not to engage in witchcraft. In closing, God is not like the people who have abandoned you. He's not a deadbeat dad. He's not an unfaithful husband. He's not a whoremongering father. He's not an alcoholic mother. He never reneges on his promises, on his vows, or on his commitments. He is faithful. Number 2, their rejection or their abandonment does not make you less worthy of acceptance. God's acceptance trumps everybody else's perception of you. And number 3, fear and jealousy will never keep you married, it will never keep you engaged, and it will never improve your relationship. The only agenda that is being advanced when we are jealous because of fear of abandonment is Satan's agenda, which is to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Fear will not keep you married, it will not keep you engaged, and it will never improve your relationship. It will destroy it. Well, this is Leontine Oswagwu, founder of Liberating Tamar Incorporated. This was session 12 of Liberating Tamar Presents Truth Talk. Next week, now that we have explored the 2 main roots of jealousy, which are an unhealthy focus on ourselves and the fear of abandonment, we will begin to explore how to analyze the roots of our issue. As always, share this video, like this video, and I will see you next week for session 13 of Liberating Tamar Presents Truth Talk. Thank you, and God bless you.